to another video, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about Dragon Death Knight that really felt amazing after the latest patch. So in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, and what you need to know in order to do well with, as well as to know what to do against it. Hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I used, and it is basically the same Herrenbone Stegodon core cards, but instead of some of the early game corpsey cards, we have plenty of dragon stuff, so you can actually tempo out, usually a little bit better than usual. The deck still has a pretty decent early game with a good amount of early game board pressure. You still have Elise in here, which you could be using in all sorts of different ways, both for 1 mana just to get a copy of a Stegodon or Awakener of Souls, or you could be using her for the 5 mana 2/1 rushers, maybe even with +2 attack. And heck, in some games you could even go for a 10 mana copy plus attack, and even with just a hero power that would be a ton of extra damage. And how the deck usually plays out: in the first few turns you generate a bunch of corpses, you get some decent board presence, in the mid game you fill up your Bone Chill Stegodons, and in the end game you do things like High Coatis Heron that pulls you Awakener of Souls that give you more Bone Chill Stegodons, and after that you blast them with Endbringer Umbra. Going through the cards themselves, we have a single copy of Horn of Winter in here, with which you could be refreshing your mana and do a little bit more than you're supposed to. Gift Wrap Whelps are nice. The Soul Rest Ceremony is also in here. The Ancient Raptor gives you a good amount of corpses. We have Creature of Madness in here, but be very careful what kind of minions you pick out of this guy, because if you get yourself some Death Rattle idiots, that would actually mess up your Awakener of Soul action, as well as your Umbra. So even if a card does make sense, if it does have Death Rattle, it better have a lot of sense for pick it. The Petal Peddler is amazing, especially if you curved off with a Gift Wrap Whelp on turn 1. That way this becomes a 2/5 next to a 3/2, and it becomes a 4/3 at the end of the turn, which could be amazing. And by the way, for the Soul Rest Ceremony, you could be doing amazing things with this thing, including turn 9 High Coatis Heron that pulls you a couple of Awakener of Souls, and then you play the Soul Rest Ceremony just for the sake of them actually dying at the end of the turn, and that would actually give you 12 damage to the opponent's face on a Death Rattle, as well as a couple of extra 6/3s on the board, which could be huge. The Slippery Slope could allow it to actually draw a lot of cards, especially comboed off with things like Time Stop, and you could even use this on your own face if the opponent's face is already frozen somehow, but that usually is not the case, so that's a little bit of a niche tip right there. The Portal Vanguard could also be pretty awesome. The thing about Slippery Slope also is, if the opponent actually throws something for you, you could still just use this, and that is gonna draw you an extra card for the thing that you already have frozen for yourself, so that can also be pretty nice. The Portal Vanguard helps you thin out the deck. It's also a dragon, so it activates your Gift Wrap Whelp. You could also use it with Petal Peddler, that kind of stuff. Same can be said with Whelp of the Infinite. That can be a pretty nasty thing to be playing early on. It's a very good anti-tempo tool for the opponent, and next to a Petal Peddler can also be nice and threatening that way. Elise the Navigator, like I said, you could be using her for 1, for 5, for 10. Really comes down to the matchup, really comes down to how you feel the game's gonna go. With Nightmare Xavius, you could be fishing out your good minions with some very nice dark gifts, like double Death Rattle on your Bone Chill Stegodon, both with an extra 2/2 or with a Reborn on it. Same can be said for Awakener of Souls to get yourself an extra 2/2. Double Battlecry on Umbra could be amazing. Heck, double Battlecry on High Coatis Heron could be amazing if you haven't fished out anything else yet, and so on and so forth. You know what the dark gifts are, so once you see them, try to think what is actually going to be the most broken thing you could be picking. Reanimated Pterodax is one of your only ways to heal back a little with this deck, so definitely not a bad thing to have. Just remember, it's going to cost you a good amount of corpses, so if you're planning on doing an Exarch Melodar, maybe you're going to have to take a few hits instead and live life on the dangerous side. The Bone Chill Stegodons, absolutely amazing, both for board control as well as for face control. And if you're playing against this deck, if you can actually prevent this guy from dying somehow, like hexing it, shuffling it back into the opponent's deck, putting it back into their hand, all that kind of stuff, that could be very nice. So be smart about what you do when you see one of these dudes. Exarch Melodar, again, allows you to do some pretty big things, and if you are again against this guy, once the opponent has something like 6 or 7 mana, be careful how many corpses the opponent actually has. Like, if you see them, they're trying their best to get themselves a good amount of corpses, like if they're trying to pull 8 or 9 corpses, or heck, even 10, maybe don't give them a way to kill off their stuff, including their hero power next turn, so they don't actually have access to a lot of corpses for Melodar nice and quick. Endbringer Umbra is your Hail Mary card at the end, which you could be using for tons of extra damage. Like, this thing could literally give you 30 extra damage from hand, but more often than not, it's something like 18 with a couple of extra 6/3s on the board with Awakener of Souls. The High Coatis Heron could be tricky, especially if you haven't pulled any of the minions yet. If you have both the Bones and the Awakeners, you do have a chance to low roll with a double Awakener of Souls that's literally just gonna give you a couple of 8 ones, but it's also still gonna thin out the deck, so not the worst thing in the world, but far from the best, that's for sure. If you already have one Awakener of Souls, you know for a fact that High Cultist is gonna be good for you, but even if you only have a single Death Rattle minion left in the deck, it still might be a good play for you, just for the sake of thinning out the deck and also playing a couple of minions at the price of one. It's not the best, but it's still better than nothing. Ziliax is great in here with the Twin plus Perfect module for extra healing, and last but not least we have Awakener of Souls, which are gonna be giving you your Bone Chill Steggies back over and over again, which is definitely pretty good. The thing about both Awakener of Souls and Endbringer Umbra is it's actually pretty susceptible to things like Ravenous Demon Hunter with Broxigar. I guess nowadays no minion Demon Hunter is also pretty fucky for you, so be aware that something like that is potentially going to be happening to you. You are gonna see that we actually knew one of the Broxigar Demon Hunters was doing that against us, and we still somehow managed. Matchup wise, we actually have a decent chunk of stats here. We can see Cliff Dive Demon Hunter is indeed not gonna be so great, especially because of the Broxigar package, because that is gonna give you extra muddy Death Rattle minions, so your Awakener of Souls are not gonna be super wakey. And we can see Templar Rogues on the 50, Dragon as well as Midrange Shaman. So nothing too bad, but we actually have some pretty good ones too. Going first, you're gonna be looking for your good Dragon package. Creature of Madness always is insane. Elise Straight Out is great as well. Basically anything 4 mana or less could be a good idea, but don't keep too many expensive things if you don't have good early game curve. High Cultist Heron I would only keep if I already have something at least like a Creature of Madness, so I know my turn 2 and turn 3 are covered, and after that hopefully I start curving into Cultist Heron a little bit better. As for on the coin, again plenty of the same stuff. Here I'd say Heron or Exarch Maladar, both can be pretty good. Honestly, you could actually keep both of these, especially if you already have Creature of Madness like I said. All around that's it for the deck. Not cheap, not too expensive either, but very fun and very strong. It could curve out absolutely shitty if the game wants you to, so be aware of that, but most of the time it does curve out decently well, and you don't always want to be doing High Cultist Heron on turn 7 or 8. I know a lot of you are gonna say, I never win with this deck because I always draw my big minions before I get to play Heron. Shit happens, guys. It's a bomb turn, it happens sometime, it doesn't have to happen every time for you to win. The deck doesn't only win because of High Cultist Heron, so yeah, it's not great when that happens, but it's not the end of the world. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of our games on our road back to top legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Against the Pelele. Shagura. Cultist Heron is cool and all, but the curve needs to be much better than this, don't it? Technically speaking, I could do this. As long as he's not aggro, I think it's fine. Ah. What are you trying to Brewmaster, though? Okay, turn 6 potential big boys. That is not bad. This is also pretty cute, but I really want corpses. It also gives me a bunch of card draw, so why not? Okay, a 4-5 you say. Well, let's do this then. So that's how it's gonna be, is it? Still plays it, I guess. I only wish a Bone Chill is operational when we do that. This guy. Okay, perfect. Well, let's do it. I want to make a trade first, and then I will have enough room for everything, right? Couple of those, huh? Well, could have been better. Could have been worse. I'll still poke it out so it's ready for whatever. Well, that's dumb. That gives me a little bit of card draw, I guess. Maybe I should have tempoed these idiots. Damage to the enemy hero. Okay, I guess.
Reporting for duty.
He does have a couple of malted magmas in there. Okay, this might end poorly for him. And it will. And it will, chat. Got him. That was close. Closer than it should have been. A win's a window. Put that on a t-shirt and sell it. Take those. Take those. Have to be precise about it though.
I must protect the wild.
Okay, we got some dragon shenanigans going on here. I'm down with that. Ooh. Turn 1, turn 2 potentially. Two chilies. Not ideal, but if I got another 2-drop to play, I'd rather save the coin for a chili. Piss. Well, in this case, I tempo.
Stop and smell the flowers.
Okay, that can work. Hopefully it's not a Krona. It's always a fucking Krona. This hand is murder. This hand is visible disgust, guys. We're gonna top deck Awakener of Souls and then High Cultist Heron in that order. Well, this guy at least is having a good time, isn't he? Put down them 10 drops. Or 12 drops, more like it. Okay, the prophecy is getting completed, guys. I don't know if you're paying attention, but the prophecy is really starting to take shape. What does Krona do? Discount the bottom, his deck. Both 5 cards at the bottom go down to 1. I caught this next, guys. And it's crazy, though. What's crazy is he's having the bestest game of his life and we're eating dog shit here. Visible dog shit action over here. Dog shit galore over there. He is literally curving out as good as he possibly could. He also reversed the order of his deck, so now he stopped decking those 1-drops. There they go. 1 dropping again. Okay, I'm trying to understand it. We also might have some decent outs here. Way things are rolling, maybe we are gonna be able to scam this one home. Which mostly just goes to show how bad his deck is, but... Next turn I can actually drop a 10er with a hero power. Not like that, I can't. Not like that, I can't, guys. But... it's literally 3 damage off lethal right now as it stands. Pick.
And smell the flowers.
The hand is illegal though.
This will be an adventure for the ages.
Fascinating behavior.
You defile the dead.
I'm gonna freeze his taunt so he can't draw. Next turn, if my calculations are correct, he should be giga-fucked. A taunt minion's in the way. Fascinating order. He almost didn't need to trade there, guys. Cool story, Bob. Imagine winning this game, by the way. Wouldn't you know it? Oh god. Oh my god, we lost. Call up. We fucking lost. Unbelievable. Visibly unbelievable, guys. That was just the dumbest game ever. I think this guy played it awfully bad too. He could have done so much better, so much earlier. Not scammed, literally. That's beyond scammed. Against the hunted.
I'll make my own fortune.
You will know pain.
Okay. Okay. Dude's having fun. That ain't bad then. Next turn I think I'm gonna drop both the 2 drops.
The tracks lead this way.
Or even maybe the free drop if it's lit.
The tracks lead this way.
Dude is not very good against early game aggression. That is not bad at all. This is also kinda insane though. This is actually better. This is actually kinda insane. Turn 2, by the way. Turn 2 for anybody keeping track. Creature of Madness goes mad again. Easy.
What pretty petals!
No coming back from that. Poor bastard. Kinda feel bad for the guy. Okay, it's literally almost there. I'll just do this.
Metal perfection!
Creature of Madness completely carried this one, not gonna lie. To be fair, the rest of the curve also looked pretty decent. Should be getting a couple of 2/4s on the board, and the 4/1 might take care of him instantly. Guess not. He hasn't discovered that many times, has he? Okay, dude suddenly grew a pair of eyes. And he noticed we had grown a pair of dicks.
Leave me alone.
Okay, I'll have none of that. This whole area right there, be gone for now. Take a long walk on the beach or something. Whatever the hell basic bitch hands do. Enjoy that sunset. Okay, let's see what this Demon Hunter is trying to pull. Maybe he's a no minion, maybe he's a Raveness.
I die with it!
So far so bad. Some of that Dragon Death Knight. So far so bad. Couldn't get any worse than this. This messes up my Umbra. It also messes up my Awakener of Souls. So it can get worse than that.
But there's always room.
That's okay. I'ma keep it. Hey, we reached 14,000 followers, guys. That's insane. OMG, that's sick. is the 14,000 follower on Twitch. Kinda nutty. It's amazing, incredible. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate ya.
I remember this place well.
Ew. Did you win a prize? I don't know, did you? I don't know, man, did ya? Should I do that? I'm gonna just do this, keep on thinning.
Don't tamper with time.
Okay, he is a basic bitch ravenous demon hunter. Probably has the copy crap in there, so it'd be a lot cooler if I killed this thing. Not the worst.
Step forth into the time waves. Feel devastation.
Not great, pretty terrible. I mean, right now is a pretty good time to actually get back into the game, because they are showering you with free stuff. You can definitely give it a check. You got to start off straight away with a good meta deck, so that definitely is quite nice. A lot better than we used to have it back in my day.
What pretty pleasures.
Yeah. Might want to give it a check indeed. Pretty fucky. Pretty fucky. Well, at least he's having his release. We can feel happy for the guy. Look at him go, guys. Look at him go. Maybe this is the first time we're gonna see Broxigar. Turn 6, he already has 3 of them in. Funny, funny. We keep on top decking like shit.
My rule is eternal.
So fucked. That is so fucked.
I cannot reach that. Wretched rights.
least I trimmed down his shit on the board a little, but not too much. And I never will. But this guy, he has potential, guys. This guy might be the first. Maybe I've seen him once, but it's definitely not the norm. Two Awakener of Souls, still no fucker. How's it going? Erikos, I'm from Bulgaria on the Europe server. Ain't no coming back from that. Okay, that is a comeback from that. Full board of crap. Dude's almost dead. If I am not dead here and I top deck Umbra, that'd be cute. It's one off. It's one off, guys. This is not a drill. We're actually in a winnable spot. One shot. The skill test, guys. Come on. You have got to be shitting me. That was the most rigged game I have seen in my life. Surely it's gonna go one's face. It's statistically impossible for it not to, I think. That was literally the most rigged game ever. And I'm not gonna pretend I'm not seeing it. It got rigged in my favor there. That was an epic duel simulator if I ever saw one, guys. The skill test with the card draw, as if there was ever another play I could have gone there. That was just dumb. That was just vigorously and long time dumb. Death Knight.
The Lich King versus
How's it going, Shadow? Bulgaria's my area. Seems like that's a popular question lately. This could work out. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. Bulgarian versus Canadian, apparently. I'm a chill. He does have Sarah, so he's the slower kind. He is of the slower variety. Sure.
Step forth into the time ways.
That Ember. Let's do that in case he hero powers the 2-2. Hardest deck. Probably Psycho Rogue or some crap like that. Gonna go for 5 mana against this guy, I think. Piece of shit. It's gonna be -4 mana. Could just Frost Strike, maybe get a second Stego. The Crapsicle could be interesting. This one is not interesting because that's gonna mess up my shit, and so is this one, so it's always Corpsicle. Could coin this man's out. Yeah, I'll do it. Really needed to get the copy there, though. Fuck. Keep out a Ravager. Protoss Mage is still a pretty busted deck. People are not very happy seeing it. I'm assuming you might be getting a lot of rage quits too on those ranks. You sure about that? Heron off the top would be brutal. No such luck. Okay. Can still get Heron, but I won't be able to play him. Could get a bunch of card draw this way. Also stop him. Yeah, I'm down. There he is, but it's gonna give me a couple Awakeners, actually. That's good.
I have but little time. I cannot
Acceptables.
nothing gets past my hounds.
Dude looks dead. Dude looks dead to me. Okay, sitting at 15. I have 9 from hand. It's one off, isn't it? With the stupid suckers, now it's one off, isn't it? It's actually two off because I can't even hero power. Well, let me get myself a couple Awakeners. I don't have room for everything here, so I would rather kill this guy somewhere. What are you doing there, Step Bro? What seems to be the fuck? What is the Grandmaster plan this guy's seeing and we're not? You can't use the credit card for this one, bud. The credit card is gonna deny you. Harder, daddy. Well, he's not that on board, but he's dead in my hand. He is dead in my hands, guys. Yeah, stealth wins. In a much deeper sense, he was dead. The good old pay to lose. Alrighty, well, the Dragon Heron Warrior definitely felt nice, not gonna lie. Some proper knee slapper action over there.